It was a disappointing 350th race for Lewis Hamilton in his career at Singapore. However, he could be celebrating the 351st race of his career with a victory, according to Mercedes. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Racing, and it looks like Mercedes are bringing a substantial upgrade to Austin as they look to try and get Lewis Hamilton a couple more victories before he leaves at the end of the season to join Ferrari. Mercedes Technical Director James Allison is hopeful that the team can have a good weekend in the upcoming United States Grand Prix as they prepare to bring a substantial set of updates to the event. So we have seen Mercedes kind of drop off in the last few weeks. At one point, around the halfway mark, Mercedes looked like they actually had the quickest package, but now they seem to have fallen behind McLaren, obviously. Ferrari seem to be in front of Mercedes now as well. Arguably, maybe Red Bull, possibly too. So Mercedes have quickly went from at one point what looked like the fastest car potentially to maybe the fourth fastest. However, they're looking to bounce back. Toto Wolff wasn't happy in Singapore. He said it was a really painful evening for the team. The car was just too slow, but maybe the car is going to be better this time. James Allison says, quote, "We'll be trying to figure out how to mitigate what ailed us in this weekend and how to figure out how to make the tyres run better on these sort of overheating circuits. And we'll also be doing quite a lot of work to bring our last upgrade of the season all together. We've got a fairly substantial set of new clothes for the car coming for Austin, and that we hope will give us a decent weekend there. So we've got to deliver all that and get ourselves ready for these last few races of the year." End of quote. He went on to speak about how Lewis Hamilton's had a great career that won't be matched by any Mercedes driver, and he's hoping that Lewis Hamilton can have a good final 6 races with the team before he moves to Ferrari in 2025. And he finished off by saying, quote, "It's just a shame that it happened on a weekend where the car was not more bright, and my hope is that we won't have to go too far beyond the 350th race. Maybe we can celebrate the 351st in greater style in Austin." End of quote. Obviously referring to the fact that Lewis Hamilton's 350th race was not good in Singapore because the car was poor, but he's hoping that the car will be a lot better in Austin, Texas. So, yeah, Mercedes, will they be the front runners? Will they be a potential winner in Austin? I mean, maybe. Russell, Hamilton have proven that they can win races this season, so I think they've got a decent shout. They're probably, I would imagine, maybe even ahead of Red Bull. Ferrari look decent. Obviously, McLaren are the pace setters right now. Going into Austin, though, could we be seeing 4, 5, 6 different drivers competing for the win? I would have to imagine so. At McLaren, both drivers can win. However, at this point in the season, I believe that only Norris will be allowed to, and that makes sense. With Red Bull, I don't really think Perez will be in the running, but even if he is capable of winning the race, he's not going to be finishing ahead of Verstappen. He's going to be allowing Verstappen through. You've got both Ferrari drivers. Leclerc is the one with the outside chance of the title, but I don't think Leclerc's title chances are that good that Sainz would potentially let him through. And as for Mercedes, Hamilton, Russell, both of those guys, they can't fight for the title. They're done. They're just trying to get some race wins to end the season. So 2 drivers that I think could be competing for the top spot at the podium if the car is good enough. So, yeah, guys, looking forward to it. F1 obviously been off for a while now, but we're coming into the final stretch, the last 6 races, and it should be exciting, especially if we can have 4 teams going for the wins in these last half a dozen races. So yeah, guys, that's it. Let us know what you think down below. Who's your favourite for Austin? I'm going to have to go with Norris. I think he's a safe bet, but he's had the fastest car for a while now, and you know he's not managed to capitalise. He's not won enough races, in my opinion. The fact that he has shared the same amount of wins as Piastri in the last 7 races for me is a telling. It's a telling fact that, you know, McLaren should have been playing the team game a lot earlier, and that's something that could come back to haunt him. come the end of the season. If you look at Piastri's wins and podiums, I mean, there's at least 10 points where he was directly in front of Norris. I mean, that's 10 points where they could have swapped Norris, Piastri, swapped positions, and Norris would be 10 points closer to Max. And that could come back to haunt them, guys, come the end of the season. But we'll see. Looks like Austin should be a good race. That's it. Till next time. Peace.